You've probably heard someone say this before. Why do girls always go for jerks? I'm a nice guy. I treat them well, I listen, I care. Why don't they want me? Sounds familiar? Maybe it's your friend, maybe it's you. But what if I told you that being the so-called nice guy isn't as nice as it sounds? And what if psychology has a lot to say about why this mindset actually pushes people away, not pulls them in? Today, we're diving into the nice guy trap, what it is, why it happens, and how to break out of it. Let's go.
The term nice guy doesn't just refer to someone who's kind or respectful. That's healthy. The nice guy trap, on the other hand, is a psychological pattern, a mindset built on manipulation wrapped in politeness. Dr. Robert Glover, who literally wrote the book No More Mr. Nice Guy, explains it like this. Nice guys believe that if they're nice enough, then they'll get what they want. In relationships, this usually means love, sex, affection, or validation. But they don't ask for these things directly. Instead, they try to earn it, quietly, indirectly, through favors, gifts, support, and agreeableness. They operate under a silent contract, one the other person doesn't know they're signing. If I'm nice to you, you'll eventually love me back. But life doesn't work that way, and psychology shows us why.
So, where does this mindset come from? It usually starts in childhood. Many self-identified nice guys grew up in homes where their emotional needs weren't met. Maybe they were punished for expressing anger, or ignored when they needed support. So what did they learn? That being good and pleasing was the only way to stay safe or gain approval. They become people pleasers. And while it may seem like a kind or gentle personality, underneath, it often lies fear. Fear of rejection, fear of confrontation, and fear of not being enough. Psychologists call this covert contract behavior. It's when someone offers something, time, attention, help, but secretly expects something in return. When they don't get what they expected, they feel hurt or resentful. But instead of expressing it, they might shut down, or worse, lash out. That's when the nice guy becomes not so nice. Let's talk about Evan. Evan's 24, works in IT, and he's always been the sweet guy. He listens to his female friends talk about their relationships, gives them advice, helps them move, picks them up when their cars break down. He never asks for anything in return, at least not out loud. But there's one friend in particular, Anna. Anna's fun, smart, laughs at his jokes, and Evan has been in love with her for 2 years. But she's never shown any signs of being interested romantically. Still, Evan sticks around, hoping one day she'll realize he's the one. One day, Anna tells him she started dating someone. Evan smiles politely, says he's happy for her, and then goes home and throws his phone against the wall. He doesn't answer her texts. When she asks what's wrong, he says nothing, just tired. He's not tired, he's heartbroken. But more than that, he's angry. Why? Because his unspoken contract has been broken. In his mind, he did everything right. He was loyal, patient, emotionally available. But to Anna, he was just a friend. Evan's story isn't rare. It's the emotional blueprint of a lot of nice guys who end up feeling invisible and confused. But the truth is, Evan wasn't being honest. Not with Anna, and not with himself.
Attraction doesn't work like a point system. You don't earn love by racking up kindness tokens. And people, especially women, can feel when your niceness comes with strings attached. From a psychological perspective, this dynamic fails because it's rooted in passivity and manipulation. Instead of clearly expressing his feelings, Evan relied on hope. Instead of making his needs known, he avoided risk. And instead of taking emotional responsibility, he acted from expectation. Psychologist Dr. Jordan Peterson explains that people respect honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. If Evan had told Anna how he felt early on, things might have been awkward but clear. Instead, he stayed stuck in ambiguity, hoping reality would change itself. Nice guy syndrome often comes with another trait: inauthenticity. Nice guys say yes when they want to say no. They agree with others to avoid conflict. They pretend to be okay with things they aren't okay with. And over time, people sense the fakeness, even if they can't explain it.
Let's clear something up. Being kind, respectful, thoughtful, those are amazing traits. They build strong friendships, healthy relationships, and real connection. The problem is when nice becomes a mask. When someone uses kindness as a tool to avoid rejection, or as a secret currency to buy love, it's not kindness anymore. It's emotional bargaining. Real confidence and real relationships come from showing up authentically. That means saying what you want, being okay with hearing no, and knowing your worth isn't tied to how much you do for others. Here's the brutal truth. Some nice guys are just afraid to be disliked, so they hide their opinions, their desires, and their edges. But that very act of hiding is what kills attraction and connection. When the nice guy's approach doesn't work, the shift can be ugly. What started as politeness turns into bitterness. That's when you hear things like, "Girls only want bad boys. Nice guys always finish last. I'm done being nice." This bitterness isn't about other people. It's about unmet expectations. Expectations they never had the courage to say out loud. In psychology, this behavior links to entitlement. Even if it's unintentional, there's often a belief like, if I suffer enough, eventually I'll be rewarded. But relationships aren't compensation programs. They're emotional partnerships. And when someone expects a reward for simply not being a jerk, it shows a deep misunderstanding of emotional maturity. So, how do you break out of the nice guy trap? Here's what psychology suggests. 1, get honest with yourself. Ask yourself why you're being nice. Is it genuine, or are you trying to get something back? If there's a hidden agenda, bring it to the surface. 2, learn to set boundaries. Nice guys often say yes to everything. Stop. Learn to say no. Learn to disappoint people. It's healthy. It teaches you that love isn't based on pleasing. 3, stop avoiding conflict. Speak your truth. If you're interested in someone, say so. If something bothers you, bring it up. Conflict isn't the enemy, dishonesty is. 4, build self-worth from the inside. Don't let your self-esteem depend on others liking you. Work on your own goals, hobbies, and growth. The more whole you feel, the less desperate you'll be for validation. 5, understand attraction isn't earned, it's felt. You can't logic someone into liking you. Attraction is emotional, not transactional. Focus on connection, not strategy. There's a difference between being a nice guy and a good man. A nice guy hides his needs. A good man expresses them. A nice guy fears rejection. A good man respects it. A nice guy acts out of fear. A good man acts from confidence. Good men don't manipulate with favors. They build connection through honesty. They don't expect rewards for being decent. They understand that love is a gift, not a transaction. So if you've fallen into the nice guy trap, you're not broken. You're just following an outdated emotional survival strategy, and you can rewrite it.
Let's go back to Evan. He eventually took a hard look at himself, his patterns, his passive approach, and his fear of being honest. It took time, some therapy, and uncomfortable conversations. But over time, he stopped being the guy who waited in the shadows. He stopped trying to earn love and started living in it, clearly, vulnerably, and confidently. And that made all the difference. Because in the end, people don't fall for you because you're nice. They fall for you because you're real.
If this hit home for you, don't scroll away just yet. Take a second to ask yourself, am I being nice because it's who I am, or because I'm afraid not to be? If you've been stuck in this pattern, you're not alone, but you can break out of it. Drop a comment and tell us your thoughts, or share your story. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more psychology insights, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Stay real, stay honest, and don't fall for the trap.